If you conspire to commit a felony and someone dies in the commission of that felony, even if you have nothing to do with their death, you are guilty of what's called felony murder. Check this out. Maybe a way to hold some of the Trumpsters and Trump himself accountable. Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Joel in Athens, Georgia. Hey, Joel, what's on your mind today?
Well, I'm concerned that I have not heard one mention by the legal analysts on any channel about Trump's exposure to felony murder charges. I'm a retired criminal defense lawyer, and I have defended my share of felony murder charges. And before I say any further, I just want to note that one defense that would be available to Trump would be the insanity defense. But further, anyway, anybody who aids...
How would you organize the charge, Joel?
Anybody, the law here in Georgia is that anybody aids, bets, and commits any act in furtherance of the commission of a felony is guilty of felony murder, which is guilty of murder. Now, there are a lot of counts that could be brought against Trump, Giuliani, Trump Jr., because what they did was clearly was meant to incite this riot. I don't see why it would be so hard to prove those things. But what I'm concerned about is I haven't mentioned felony murder. I haven't heard mention felony murder in any of the reports I've had on his exposure to criminal liability.
Joel, is felony murder, forgive me, I'm not a lawyer, is felony murder when a murderer is committed in the commission of a felony, even though you're not the murderer? It's like, you know, five guys rob a bank, one of them shoots the guard dead, but all five of them are now guilty of felony murder. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, even including the driver of the car who never goes in the bank.
Right, so they're all guilty of felony murder. So we've had 5 or 6 murders now, or deaths, several of them apparently murders, in the U.S. Capitol.
Right.
As the consequence of a felony, the breaking into the Capitol that was incited by Trump and his son. And you're suggesting that they can therefore be held equally culpable, responsible for those deaths. Is that the essence of what you're saying, Joel?
Exactly.
But, who would bring those charges?
It doesn't matter that nobody actually killed those people who died of medical emergencies. What matters is that they died during the commission of a felony. You know,
right?
But
we've got a police officer.
It's neither here nor there. But you got plenty on Trump. Yeah. Got plenty on the police officer who.
But this is all federal property.
Yes.
And therefore, isn't the only agency that would have jurisdiction the Department of Justice? Wouldn't this be up to the FBI and the Attorney General to bring charges against these folks?
Yes, it would be.
Do you think that might be why the acting Attorney General, day before yesterday, said that he is not stopping an investigation into Trump's role in this?
That's exactly what I took that to mean, that he is going to look at all potential charges against all potential actors that he was implicit in that, saying that, including felony murder against Trump.
Yeah.